You're backstage.
I'm not back.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, she wasn't?
Send me the new link.
Oh, sorry. I think he pushed live, so.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
He had no choice.
No, that's fine. That's fine. She'll be backstage anyway, so you're going to have to introduce and do all that first.
Actually, I already have it.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Your book of life, a mild except in my free mind will keep me from under your spell. And when we die, you'll be another angel in heaven, but me, I'll be a fucking legend in hell. Your book of life will buy you a mild except in my free mind will keep me from under your spell. And when we
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
And here we are now. We are now live on an awesome Still Token with. And tonight we have a very, very special episode for you today because we are broadcasting from live on location at the Witch's Dungeon in Plainville, Connecticut. And a very, very special guest, Cortland Hull.
Hi.
Welcome.
It's Ashley here.
Hey.
Working behind the scenes. Token with the Dead. We have some very special things coming to you guys. But today I'm here with Cortland Hall at the Witch's Dungeon in Connecticut, a horror museum. And I'm going to let him show you guys the ropes, all right? Here you are, my friend.
Awesome.
I know, technology.
It's a
It's
little
pain.
awkward.
It's very
Okay.
awkward.
Hi there. How you doing?
Great. How's it going with
good.
you?
We're still building the new Witch's Dungeon Classic Movie Museum, which we have in Plainville, Connecticut. We're hoping to be ready to open on Friday. That's the thing. Behind me, you see Ardith Bay, which was played by Boris Karloff in the original Mummy, 1932, and also Lon Chaney Jr., who played Karius, the Mummy, in The Mummy's Tomb and many other movies from that era. And over here, we have the skeleton of Count Dracula with a stake in his heart. We don't want to pull it out because he may turn into John Carradine and he would start reciting Shakespeare. So, but I started the Witch's Dungeon when I was just 13 years old. As you may have mentioned, my great uncle was Henry Hull, who was the Werewolf of London in 1935. And my great aunt was Josephine Hull, who was in Arsenic and Old Lace with Cary Grant.
Awesome.
So not many people can say their uncle was a werewolf and their aunt was a murderess. So I've made most of these figures that you see here, and we got many more than what you can see in this shot. But we're actually, as I say, still building to open on Friday.
That's amazing. And I'm a Connecticut resident myself, and I've been to the Witch's Dungeon. You have an outstanding display there.
Oh, thank you.
So for people that have not been there before, about how long is the tour? I know you changed locations since I've been there.
Roughly about 15 to 20 minutes. And unfortunately for Friday, we won't have the display room open. The display room is where we have original movie props on display, including one of the actual Exorcist heads and makeups from Planet of the Apes and Beneath the Planet of the Apes, as well as many others. That's the only aspect of it that won't be open this weekend, but it will be our following weekend.
Very cool. I know we're getting a little bit of a feedback from Ben and Jeff. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do some trickery here. I'll mute Cortland and bring Ben and Jeff in. Hello, gentlemen.
How are you?
What's going on?
Gotta love that guy. So yeah, we're super psyched to be on location. We're super psyched for this show.
Oh, totally. So, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, actually, I was just going to do a little bit of housekeeping as well. So we do have a contest ending today. So if you check the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, you'll find a link for King Sumo. And from what we're giving away, one lucky winner. It doesn't cost you anything to enter. You just got to put in your email address and then click a bunch of things to gain extra entries. But you get a 1-year subscription to Guitar Player Magazine. Guitar Player Magazine is an American popular magazine for guitarists, founded in 1967 in San Jose, California. It contains articles, interviews, reviews, and lessons of an eclectic collection of artists. That 1-year collection is going to be given to one person at the end of the show. And we have some other awesome guests here as well. And I know I'm going to...
Me too.
Ben and Jeff, would you like to introduce our guests?
Absolutely. I'm going to take this one. Sorry. But I'm not a TikTok person, but I was scrolling through TikTok quite a few months back, and I came across this amazing young gentleman sitting here on the screen with you, Peter Dankelson. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
Nice. Accompanied by his mom, Dede. They run Pete's Diary, which is really a huge motivational push for people, I guess. I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
So what I want to do I want you to come on and tell our viewers a little bit about Pete's Diary.
Yeah, so Pete's Diary, we've kind of struggled with how to define it ourselves, but basically it's a community about building self-acceptance and positivity. Positive vibes only that's all you'll find on our social channels.
Yep.
Is stuff to bring you up, nothing to put you down. And we've started out with a lot of anti-bullying type things where we did speaking in schools, and we still do that, although this year's kind of like not happening. But
virtually learning, maybe.
Yeah, we've done some virtual. You've done some virtuals. Actually, Saturday you're speaking at a conference virtually and playing. So Pete's Diary originally was a journal I kept when Peter was born 20 years ago. This guy's going to be 20 next Wednesday. A week from today.
I just turned 48 yesterday, so.
I saw.
Libra's rock.
Yeah.
I'm one too. Yep, Jeff's a Libra too.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. So October 7th, Peter enters a new decade.
Yeah.
But he spent the first 4 months of his life in the neonatal intensive care unit after he was born. Yeah. So I kept a daily update and sent it to friends and family. And this was like in the dark ages of like dial-up internet. So pre-social media, but it was essentially like a blog. So I don't know how it became Pete's Diary, but that's what we called it. It was kind of therapeutic for me. So, and you read it every year, don't you? Start reading it on your birthday every year. Yeah. So he reads it until January when you came home. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to have these amazing people on the show. I mean, that's just to touch the iceberg, though. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've been able to read, such as the amount of surgeries that Peter has had, and being able to actually jump in the water and submerge yourself. I believe I read somewhere for the first time this year.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
How was that? I watched the video because I'm not a stalker, but the story that's behind your family and Peter and the talent that we're going to show you later on that this young man has, it's just it really lifts the spirits. And to see him jump off that boat and submerge himself, I believe he was with his brother.
Yeah. And that was unexpectedly the most special part for me. They're 4 years apart. Jacob is 4 years younger than you, and you've never had fun like that in the water before. Siblings, you go on vacations, the lake or the beach, whatever, and you have fun in the water or the pool, and you've never been able to do that. And to see you guys tubing together and you jumping off the boat, and that hit me even more than you actually going underwater. And for 19 years, I've been like terrified of him in the water. And I guess we should explain. Peter had he needed a trach when he was born. So he had a hole in his airway right here. He had a tube. And for 4 years, he had that. And then that was removed after several surgeries. But the airway never closed up on its own. And surgeons never wanted to close it because he was going to have all these other surgeries down the line. And so we just were in this like back and forth until he was kind of fully grown. And then we learned that he was going to have a major airway surgery to get it closed. So that was a year ago. Yep. It was a year ago. So this was the first summer. So when you have an open airway, you can't go underwater because the water goes directly into your lungs. There's no way to really seal that off. Yeah. So he could, kind of splash around in the pool, and you have story. Tell him how you are always like, he was always like mad at me growing up because like I was the freaked out mom and like stressed out if he was like by the water.
Right.
And Dad was always a little, the dad was that's the dad versus the mom. You know, dad was always a little more, you knew to go to dad to ask him about things.
Different.
Like, "Don't tell mom, look what I could do." I'm like, I don't want to know. If I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I would like tether him in a kayak and give him an oar and be like, well, you can float, but you can't get in.
Right. Yeah.
He's
And
like,
then,
thanks a lot.
Yeah. Then you got, the brother who's just in a kayak, going around the lake, and all that I'm doing is just, sitting in a tube tied at the end of the dock with that boat paddle. And I'm like, wow, this is fun.
Yeah. So that was really cool this summer that you were able to.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that was, I've followed Peter, like I said, on most of his social media. The story's amazing. And as a mom, being able to see that, it's just, I don't know, I'm kind of blown away by what you guys do. I really am,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely. Because it's well, no, it's.
I'm letting you jump in now.
Well, I'm hearing two things. So
That's normal.
it's that power of positivity. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It took 2 years to be able to get in the water, but guess what? You got in the water. You know what I mean? So those goals that people set along their lifetime, don't dream about it. Go for it and get it done.
Right. It was something that he'd always wanted to do his whole life. And it took 19 years and a lot of setbacks and a lot of disappointments.
He never gave up.
He never gave up. We never gave up. And as he got older with the surgeries, it became him making the decisions and us just kind of supporting him however we could. But ultimately it's his life. And so like this airway surgery, he could have chosen to keep the airway just open. I kind of felt, and I think you kind of felt too, that eventually you were going to have to do something, but you could have put it off. But look, if you'd put it off, then we'd be dealing with COVID and all this stuff now.
Right.
But, the whole time growing up, we always told Peter, there's always someone worse off. There's always someone better off. Mm-hmm. This is what you have to deal with. And it doesn't diminish that it sucks and it's unfair, but it's also, that's life. And because I remember one time it's flu shot season, right? And we're in the pediatrician office and he's like, he has a huge phobia of needles and he's freaking out, like taking down the blinds. Like, it's like embarrassing, but he just can't help it. He's got like medical PTSD. So needle just like freaks him out. Mm-hmm. This was a few years ago, but several years ago, but I'm like, I got him in a bear hug and, the nurse finally just gives him the shot and he's like, why did God have to give me so much shit? And he's screaming and I'm like, we get out and I'm like, you know what? Explain. Some people are better off, some people are worse off, but enough with the language, buddy. You don't get a pass.
Well, he is going to be 20, so and when this is
he's 20,
show, we're gonna keep it very polite tonight, but I have no idea where I was going with that. I really just drew a blank.
Well,
wow.
We didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the night.
What I was going to say is, in a situation where you say, why did God or life give you so much shit to deal with? He gave it you because he knew you were strong enough to deal with it, and that you're going to achieve great things. I'll tell you that right now. I can tell just by your attitude. And this, Peter and mom too, because mom going through this and dad and the whole family, it's not an easy situation.
No, it's not.
So what does your attitude mean?
That I'm just a prick. Sorry. That's about as foul as I'll go tonight. Because you guys,
you don't have to keep it clean for us. We're not.
Well, you do deal with a lot of K through 12 motivational speaking. I've seen so many great slogans come from your page that we talked about this, and we're going to try to keep it. We're going to tone it down a little bit.
We're good either way.
So, So I mean, that's what I have to say about you, your story. Personally, for me, this is one of the most uplifting stories I've seen in a long time. Why am I saying I'm a lot tonight? That's usually you.
I think that's the draw on social media to our account because there's so much negativity and just, God, you get on social media, you get sucked in, and it's like people arguing back and forth, and we just don't even like tolerate that. On the comments and stuff, because people then start bickering and everything. That's like, we don't need that. Like, that's not what this is about. So, but Peter, last year when you had your airways surgery, he was on a vent for several days. And those were like the longest days for me, watching you on the vent, just like you got off and all that. And you were walking down the hallway in the hospital. And I was walking with you with your IV pole and everything.
Tethered up to
yeah. And he says to me, I'm so fortunate, or I'm so blessed or something. And I just kind of looked at him like, what? I can't believe you just said that. And he's like, but the kid in the room next to me, like, coded or something last night. He's in pediatric ICU, and a lot went down the night before in the room next to us, and it just stops your heart, and it really puts you in your place. And
I mean, that's exactly what it did. Like, kind of. I mean, it's not like you're sleeping much in the hospital anyway. So when I did hear, that commotion going on, it was kind of like, okay, the situation.
Suck it up,
Well, it's like, okay, the situation I'm in is not good, but could be much worse. So it kind of put me in my place a little bit too.
Yeah, and even as an adult, it puts you in your place. You're like, I mean, I'm not having to deal with that. So it's right. It's all perspective, and that's a lot of the Pete's Diary content. I do all the behind the scenes writing. Pete's the talent and the speaker more. But a lot of it is about perspective.
I know he definitely is the talent, because he's like us. It's like, see what's behind me? You see back there? He's like, you know what, Mom, enough. He's like, enough with the interview, Mar. Seriously, let me get my guitar. We're gonna get to that, Pete. I promise. We're almost there.
He talks with his music.
He absolutely does. Yeah. But I had to rock my when we had you full screen, I jumped back. I was like, I forgot to change my shirt.
I've got this one on.
I saw that. He's got Slash.
He's got Slash.
No, nice. Miles Kennedy.
Yes,
yeah, nice.
And so people can get the shirts from your website?
They can, or there's a link that takes you to the.
And a matter of fact, if you are interested in supporting Pete's Diary, we do have a link in the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. Also, if you want to follow them on Instagram, I can't speak tonight.
Welcome to production. Live production to boot.
Twitter and also YouTube. I got those links as well. If you want to see him play some awesome tunes, definitely check it out. I didn't.
For the younger generation of children, he is on TikTok as well. And I've seen I've been following him for a little while, and I'll tell you that TikTok has exploded.
I'm too old.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Yeah, it really did.
It's funny because I set up the account when we were going to California to speak at some schools, and we're in the Chicago area, by the way. We were out in California to do a bunch of school assemblies for the week, and I thought, well, let's start a TikTok account because that's the kids, like where they are right now. And I'm hip and down with that, right?
I thought it was a new breath mint.
So we did, and we posted some things from the schools and whatever, and kids engaged a little bit, but then you posted a guitar cover,
some like Zeppelin,
and it just took off. And you started doing more of the guitar covers, and that's kind of what took off first.
Yeah,
that we're like, oh, okay, well, go with that.
I'll tell you, Ben found you guys first, and he forwarded me a video. And I was impressed, and I didn't even know the story at that point.
Well, and that's the thing is, I said the same thing. Now we're leading into your Pete.
We did that.
But before we go too far into any of like what we're gonna have Pete do for you guys, but I know Leo's got her commercials in a second. Let's just do the commercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run it out, Leo.
Okay. And then we're gonna come back to Pete and all his excitingness.
The first commercial is going to be Ben not tapping on the microphone.
I'm sorry, live on
in trouble.
location. You know, we're like in different locations, and there's back behind us, and it's okay. We're not, but at least our surrounding is scripted. Right now, it's just helter skelter.
I'm
These have
descripted.
the coolest backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
This is probably my favorite by far. I'm going to talk to Bill Diamond and see if he could have that like printed up for me so I can use it as a backdrop.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Him in Cortland,
Take a nice picture and see if you can get it.
right?
So for those of you just joining us, Ben and Jeff are at the Witch's Dungeon in Plainville, Connecticut, which, if everything goes well, will be open on Friday. And I've been there
around.
Oh, totally. And I've been there myself. It is fantastic. It's amazing. Just the movie props and everything that they have. It's, you know, if you're a horror fan, you definitely need to hit it up. And Plainville, Connecticut is, you know, it's, you know, sort of like it's near Hartford-ish, like 20 minutes out of Hartford. So it's pretty easy to get to. But yeah, a ton of fun, and definitely check it out. I have links in the show notes down below or up above. You can go to their Facebook page. I will do that.
Just kidding.
Well, you know, now more than ever, we need to support indie artists, indie filmmakers.
I love you, Leo.
Same here, Ben. And also indie businesses. So, you know, the Dorkening Podcast Network is brought to you by Deadly Grounds Coffee. They're also here in Connecticut, little mom and pop shop, and they make the absolute best coffee you'll ever have. Death by Chocolate is my absolute favorite. If you like flavored coffees, if you don't, they have like a Hell's Fury, which is a really strong dark roast. But don't listen to me. Here's a zombie talking about coffee.
Right.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Pop
Also,
out.
you can find Still Token with on Hellfire Radio, along with Sinner Sundays.
I can't hear him.
What's up, everybody? I'm Diggs.
And I'm Ashley, and we're from Hell Entertainment
Join us for Sinner Sundays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
on Hellfire Radio.
And also, just a reminder for those of you just tuning in, check the show notes down below or up above for a King Sumo link. And we're going to be pulling a winner in about half an hour. So, end of the show for 1 year of Guitar Player. And that's we're going to be giving away that at the top of the hour for one lucky winner. And it's very easy to enter. Just enter in your email address and just click a bunch of buttons. Hello. How's it going,
We're
John?
having too much fun.
It's this whole technical issue thing. We're like running from laptops and cell phones. We're like, yeah. No, it's Jeff's phone did the same thing his iPad did. When we went to commercial, he's like, I can't hear anything again. I'm like, it's an Apple product. Yeah. And when Leo came back live, he's like, I'm gonna fucking buy a computer. Like, so muted. Oh, anyway.
Well, for the price you paid for that iPad, you could have got a computer.
Can't hear it. Oh, you can't hear?
You can say anything you want.
Yeah.
You can't hear you. You might have to bounce out and come back in.
Yep.
Same thing with the iPad.
Yep.
Okay. Well, at least we know it's Apple.
Yeah, I mean, you can still see me.
Yeah, you can still see him. So
You
I'll
can
just,
still hear me.
you can hear.
I just can't hear anybody.
I'm just gonna pick on
I
it.
don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's good for us, so we can say anything we
My
want.
husband would say it's a good thing if you can't hear me.
Right.
He probably would too.
So, like we said earlier, I was flying through TikTok and I found Peter, and this kid was shredding on the guitar. And then I did a little research and realized he had been playing super long, almost 5 years, I think. Is that
Now I
correct?
can hear you.
4.5 years. Yeah.
Four and a half. So yeah, 4.5, almost 5. So I was like, wow, man, he's like shredding this thing. And then I noticed this
Shredding wasn't the word.
Oh yeah. Then I noticed this next video, and he's strapped up to a Gibson SG, candy apple red. And I said, oh my God, he likes Angus Young. He's a younger kid. So I started watching him. AC/DC is one of his influences. I was like, what? I mean, it's hard to younger generation. I mean, I'm 40. I just turned 48. AC/DC. I mean, I grew up. That was something I grew up with. Black Sabbath. Then I started popping in his streams, and I was that guy that was the Toking Dead at the time. And I would say, hey, Pete, how about some Rush? And he dead stop. He would grab and flip it. So before we get you to strap up, tell our viewers, Peter, if you would.
You said strap up, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't go there.
No. I wasn't going to touch that.
I tried to stop it. We have a new record 36 minutes into the show before Jeff derailed us. It's all good.
Well, Peter's looking for a spot on the show. Like he's got his Walking Dead ear necklace on here.
That's cool.
Yeah. The spirit of Halloween too.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun with his missing ear,
Oh no, I know. I've seen the fun. That was one of the jokes. I was scrolling through, and I was like, "Does he really have an Altoids can stuck to the side of his head? What is he doing?"
He's got it right here.
Yeah. Here.
Wrong. There you go.
These are his party tricks.
Yeah. Hang on. See, there's no glue or anything, right? There's nothing, no funny business, right? So you can just stick it to the side. And it sticks like that.
Oh wow,
that's a great conversation starter.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the things that he's done. They do the same thing we do. It's like, what's going on over there?
I've had a lot of stuff stuck to my head, but never an Altoids can.
Yeah.
We figured that out one day. I was looking for something magnetic to stick to his head to show some kids, and I'm like, here, have some Altoids. Yeah. See if they work.
Is that dad crawling in the background?
Yeah, my husband's, he's like, your lighting sucks.
Hi, Dad.
These kids don't know what the hell they're doing nowadays.
Listen,
we tried. Trust me, we tried.
Yeah.
Trying wasn't good enough.
This is why we do a live show, because you never know what's going to happen.
There's always something.
That's driving Leo nuts.
Science is too fancy for me.
Leo, I'm sitting on my hands, Leo. I promise I won't tap the table no more.
It's like your lighting.
Thank you.
I'm like, we know. We tried to fix it.
The lighting looks fine. It's fine. I mean,
someday we'll
figure it out. You on video. There's no real issues with the video running, so everything's great. Everything's great.
Yeah.
It's about having fun. So, Peter, will you kindly tell our audience a little bit about those things that you keep pointing to that are hanging behind you and the inspiration behind them?
Yeah. So if you got a couple, you can see. Okay, yeah, you got the two Les Pauls over here. Then we have the SG pretty close by.
He has to have one within reach.
Yes, one within reach. So we got the there you go. We got the SG.
Oh, that's my favorite one right there.
That was his first guitar because of AC/DC.
Because of Angus, yeah.
So we got that
Iomi,
for Christmas.
And Iomi, a lot of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was your big number one band that inspired you when you started playing. And he's so excited because I don't know if you've noticed, but there's teasers out this week, AC/DC, and every morning you wake up, it's like, oh my God, there's another.
Right. It's like the past like 3 days they've been posting something every morning. I'm just like, and the teasers just get bigger and bigger, and I'm like, something's coming. I've been waiting for years.
Right. I've had the opportunity to see him live a couple times. And, yeah.
My husband and I are like, that's one of our big regrets that we haven't seen him because they were on tour right before.
Right. For me, it was kind of, I guess it was bad timing on my part from when I picked up the guitar because they had already, like, just a few months before, they'd already toured through the U.S. and were already in Europe and all that. And then when they came back to the U.S., did some more U.S. states, but wasn't in Chicago. So I lucked out, like, just missed them. And then once they're off the road, they just disappear for a few years, and you don't know what's going on. So it was, just waiting.
the mysterious mystique behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's so funny because, like, you know, it's like literally you just wake up and, you know, now they're teasing a new album. And you're like, oh, all right, sweet.
Well, you got to be involved in the Back in Black 40th anniversary.
Yep.
Gibson Guitar and Consequence of Sound invited you to. They did a big virtual celebration.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks back, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like the end of July.
Yeah. Well, to me, that's a couple weeks because time.
Yeah,
just
I know.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll see. Pete. You'll see.
Exactly. Yeah.
You hit your 40s, man, and you look and you go, really? It's Thanksgiving? And then it's like, I'm 50? What? Wait, no.
I can't believe he's turning 20.
Yeah. So we have about like 25 minutes left show. Would you be willing to strap up for our viewers?
Yeah, we could play something.
If you don't
What do you
mind.
guys want?
Yeah, what do you guys want?
I'd like you to play a little Rush for Jeff. That would be really cool.
Are you tuned up for Rush?
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Well, what are you tuned up for? Because he's all kinds of stuff.
Let's see. I don't know. I think I'm a bit rusty on Rush, unfortunately.
We'll just play a quick little something. Not a whole song, maybe.
Pete says that every time he goes live. I'm a little rusty on this one, and then he just wails it up, and you're like, really? That's rusty?
I know it could be better.
He's kind of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good thing and a bit. Well, I don't know. Mostly a good thing, but
Curse and a blessing. Yeah.
Just gotta wait for the.
Well, because Pete, he met Alex Lifeson.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
The reason I said Rush is because Jeff is one of the biggest Rush fans I've ever met in my life, and I already knew that he had met Alex, so I kind of just set Jeff up.
Yeah. And Pete was like, "Oh my god!"
It was
so
just
amazing.
one of those. I should probably get a bit closer to the mic. It was just one of those like just unexpected, completely out of the blue moments. Yeah, it was just like it was really neat. And, you know, he's a big hero of mine, too. So getting to meet him was just like, wow, this is really
He talked to you
special.
guys for quite a while, didn't he?
He talked to us for
bit.
quite a while. And he was, you know, he's super funny. Like, you know, you see a lot of videos of him cracking jokes and stuff. And he was just as funny in person as he, you know, seemed to be, which was great. You know, you never know how some of those guys might be when you meet with him in person. And you know, he was just really nice. It was really cool.
So come on, you know Samurai.
Yeah, I know.
Let's hear something. Okay.
Here's like, we'll start it off with a bit of a deep cut riff. Recognize that one?
Yeah, little classic.
So what was
That's
it?
old time Rush. Just Working Man.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
He's 4.5 years.
4 years.
I'm done, man.
And self-taught.
Self-taught for them.
And he's self-taught.
YouTube's been great.
I mean,
YouTube videos.
For the people that are watching us live, wherever you are, you know, UK, US, Canada, or wherever you are tonight, you got to follow this kid, man. I mean, what he just did right there, that was rusty. He was rusty on that.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even explain the talent that this young man has. And I'm surprised somebody hasn't like knocked
got
on
more
your
than
door. Well, yeah, that's easy. he's lifeless. He's got more than me. So what's your point? I mean, seriously, guy. Newsflash, I think they knew that.
Okay, just letting everybody know.
If we've got anybody in the chat, we still got we got some time still. If you maybe Pete will play something for somebody else.
Yeah, we can give some.
Yeah. But we're not going to give away we don't want to give away too much of his talent. I want you to go follow him. I want you to
See it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of live feeds. Go ahead, Pete.
You've been playing ACDC a lot this week, I suppose.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm ready for that because that's one of my favorite bands.
Let's hear some ACDC.
I mean, I'm dying for some.
Let's see a little duck walk or something. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Come on, Mom will be in the background. I'll be.
Wow. Woo-hoo. Right. Wow. Yeah.
You want to buy a guitar?
Chef's selling his guitars now. He's like, yeah, I'm done. Some people just have it, and some people apparently don't.
Yeah, that would be me.
Right. Right.
But if you enjoy it, it's fun to do it. Right? I mean, you got to have that joy in your life, just something that's just fun and that you can decompress with. Right. I mean, that's one of the, like,
absolutely.
It's something that we like to tell people on our social media, like find something that you're passionate about. It might not pay the bills, but if it's a hobby or something that you can decompress or just enjoy in life, you got to have that in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Peter's got his guitar in for the two of us clowns up here. It's writing the comic books and now doing what we're doing here. Trust me, it's not paying the bills, man. This is all self-funded. Just kind of like you guys were,
Yeah, nothing's paying our bills right now either, but you have you feel a calling to do it and you just you can't not do it. So that means you're kind of tied in, I guess.
You got to follow your dreams.
Yeah. We're hoping Peter eventually moves out of our basement, but Dad's either crawling around fixing the lighting or he's like, Pete, get a job.
Yeah, you don't want to be a cellar dweller forever.
Sure you do.
Right. But we're giving him a little bit of a break after his 35th your 35th surgery. You had 35.
Right. Yeah.
Last November was your last one.
Yes. Yeah.
So you've had almost a year break, and we're hoping you don't have any. I don't know.
Hopefully.
I'm hoping the same thing. I mean, and I follow you, and I encourage everybody watching to follow this young man. I mean, show your friends. I mean, two songs right there. I just didn't. Yeah, I can't even talk.
Yeah, you post guitar covers, and I usually try to tie in something wisdom-wise or advice or motivational or positive with the music.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No, at my age, my fingers don't move that fast. Actually, not much of me moves that fast anymore.
Right?
I want to remind everybody that's just tuning in. Definitely check the show notes down below or above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. You can find all the links for Pete's diary, his Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and I missed a TikTok, but I believe it's just Pete's diary, correct, on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And also to YouTube as well. So some awesome stuff. I started following you myself. Love it.
Yeah, you're having a lot of fun educating people about Goldenhar Syndrome is the name of the syndrome he was born with.
Oh, I thought we touched on that at the beginning. Did I miss that? Wow. Normally I don't miss that. I thought I touched on that at the beginning of the show.
Well, it's a composite of all kinds of stuff.
There's all sorts of stuff going on.
What do you say it means?
I mean, all you really need to know about Goldenhar Syndrome, all that it means is that I'm high maintenance and expensive. And that's on top of being a musician.
I love it. That's the attitude. The attitude is just perfect. It's perfect.
Like a wolf.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
So he was born with a whole collection of birth defects, more than 10 birth defects. Obviously the hearing loss, and he has a cochlear implant. And that's why he has this magnet that he can do party tricks with.
Yeah.
He had a feeding tube until that was your last surgery. They took the feeding tube out, but he had it his whole life. And they finally took it out that last November because I said, if you go to college, you're not having that feeding tube because I can just see you like hooking a beer bong or something like that. Like chugging. That's got to go.
Every fraternity would be on him. They'd be like, "We can help."
I know. It would have been great.
He's like, that would have been the most awesome party. I'm like, no. That's got to come out. Talk to a surgeon now. So I like to say, last year we got the whole lifelong goal since Peter was born. He needed the trach and he had to have the feeding tube right away. So he had these two things and they're gone now. So I said, all unnecessary holes are now closed up. That was like my goal in life. So my work is done.
As a mom, your work's never done.
Well, that's true. But yeah, so you've got, you even have a disability in your thumb.
Yeah.
Because like when he picked up a guitar, I thought, my husband had a guitar that we've moved around with us, and I'm, the wife that's like, why do we keep moving this shit everywhere with us? It's never been opened. And so Peter finally, I don't know, you just started asking Dad about playing guitar, and because he played in high school, and he's like, well, I have a guitar. I'll get it out, I'll show you a few things or something and how to tune it, and here you go. So was it an old Fender Music Master, I think? So that's what he played for the first year. And I just thought, there's no way he's going to stick with this. It's going to hurt his hands. It's going it's hard. It's going to be too hard. And boy, was I wrong. So I guess that's the thing for parents too. You just never know. I mean, we threw him in so many different things. He was a big Star Wars fan, lightsabers and all that, and Legos, and, trying to find something. So he would have a social group in high school and middle school. And he a School of Rock franchise opened close to us about a year after you'd been playing. And it was perfect. And his dad and I kind of pushed him to do that because he was just self-taught on YouTube. And we're like, well, why don't you try? Because what they do is kind of cool because they give you opportunities to perform live. And yeah, it's really cool. And so that really kind of became your social group.
Yes. Yeah.
And doing gigs on the weekend, and gave you that experience, which was really neat.
Yes. It was
but yeah, I mean, with the guitar picking it up, here I'm thinking it's going to be way too hard because, and he's got the hearing loss, and then your thumb, you're missing muscle in your thumb.
Yeah. So like here, I can hold it up to the camera. Okay, there we go. So like my this is my
he sucks at thumb wars.
But yeah, it's like if you ever want to win a thumb war against me, just make sure to use your left hand. So yeah,
so you had to learn how to grip that.
Yeah, so he can't wrap his thumb. There's certain things you can't play, right?
Like Hendrix, like what he would do a lot. He would wrap his thumb around the neck and
right over the top,
under the string. He would do that a lot. So with me, it's like that's kind of impossible. Or like there's a certain chord you can do, like you have like a D chord, and then you like hold down an F sharp or something like that. I'm like, I can't do that. So you find ways around it.
And that's the message is if you want to do something, bad enough, you will find a way to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you adapt from the norm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look at us all now.
What's normal about us?
No, we're adapting from the norm. We're adapting. I mean, we're live on video podcasting now on social media. You know,
Oh,
introducing
is that what this is?
you know, something like that.
Okay.
You know, usually it's a super train wreck, but
I think Jeff.
I wouldn't be on the set because I think the set would be fun.
it is. It is.
I bet.
Leo, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think Jeff's too tired to derail us tonight.
I think
No, I'm purposely not.
Yeah. We talked about this. This was like an important show that we really.
I could have derailed this in the first 30 seconds to a minute.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And they probably know that because I'm sure Dede probably watched a couple intros of the videos and went 5 minutes in. What did I get myself into? Pete, I'm sorry, but we have to go from K to 12 to college. You can't.
That's all right. You're ready for college.
Speak at colleges only after this because.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we broadened our horizons big time.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did because it allowed allowed us to be able to bring you up here and share you with a whole new industry of people.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like this
know,
message, we're trying to cast the net wider.
Right.
I feel like the message is just as important for adults as it is for kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
your message is important for everybody. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one of the things with adults, I mean, whether you believe in destiny or fate or whatever it is you believe, everything happens
For a
because
reason.
it's all mapped out or whatever it is. That may be true. Destiny may be your inescapable fate. But Pete's Diary, we're all about your attitude is how you perceive it.
Yep.
It's like, I believe that, people say, oh, well, when your ship comes in, well, you got to be at the damn dock.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can't be at the train station if your ship comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're gonna miss the boat, buddy.
Right. I mean, you can see the talent in him. I mean, look at it the whole time where he is so comfortable holding that guitar.
I'm comfortable holding a lot of things, but not a guitar anymore.
All right, so you played a little Rush. You got to play a little AC/DC. We're getting close to the top of the hour, and then we usually get about 5 minutes to wrap up. But you played some of my favorite music and some of Jeff's. Pete, would you? Why don't you play a little bit of something of your favorites?
Yeah, well, we could, do AC/DC.
It can be anything you want. You can anything you want. What one of your favorites? You're holding the AC guitar, so I mean, I'm down with the AC/DC song. So if that's what you're feeling, play it. I'm okay with it.
You want to put a track on and play the whole song?
Would that be all right? We could just
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
why I started it now.
You got time?
Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah.
See, it's already on AC/DC.
Oh yeah, this is from the library today. We got all the albums up right here.
He was so excited about the social media teasers.
I've been waiting for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I just hope it's not disappointing. Well, they've put more out though, because sometimes they do that and then they go away again, and
and then they disappear. But I mean, the stuff they're teasing, I'm like, come on.
Well, it's almost like an album cover.
That's what I'm thinking.
I get to listen to live music all day long.
Yes, you do. I'm jealous.
It's awesome. My kid likes the same music I grew up with, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. That was amazing.
I have some new firewood for my fire pit.
Oh, your guitar?
My guitar.
I figured.
Yeah.
I won't even attempt it. I'm sorry.
He's inspiring you to play.
Yeah. Well, no.
Uh-oh.
He's inspiring me to sit here and watch him play.
What that just proved to me is that you can try and try and try. At least I can try and try and try, but I can't play the guitar. It's that simple.
As long as you're having a good time, that's the most important thing.
Oh yeah. It's
fun.
For anything that's worth doing, it's going to take some hard work. But if it's not your thing, there's something else out there that is.
Absolutely, and you can see how much he enjoys, or that you enjoy. And I was replying to Mom, but yeah, I mean, don't ever stop, man. Don't ever stop. Seriously,
I plan to.
I know you don't.
No, I'll buy tickets and come see you on stage.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, we need concerts back.
Yeah, whenever that happens, that'll be great.
Yeah.
You're what part of Illinois are you in? Just local area?
North of Chicago. We're right in between Chicago and Milwaukee.
Yep.
All right, so you're north of Chicago because we actually have a few friends in Illinois. One of them's in Grant City, which is, I believe, more over near St. Louis.
Yeah, I think
I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I know it's down near St. Louis. That's where Darren is. And I don't know where Philo and Charles are. I don't remember.
Same state.
Well, I'm just thinking when he does an outdoor concert, it'd be closer to drive from one of their places to see him play.
Yeah, we'll go hang out.
Oh, see, this is what we do about it, and then we're like, if we stay with these people, we could go see these people play.
Yep.
So when they start rocking the outdoor concerts,
I just want separate rooms next
someday.
week.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'm getting.
So the absolute dork in me, while you're playing that, I wanted to yell, "I love Led Zeppelin."
Yeah. You love Led Zeppelin too. What do you got?
And if you didn't get that, that's a Spider-Man reference as he's playing AC/DC in the plane.
But no, Pete loves Zeppelin. Give him just a little
Give a little
Zeppelin.
taste.
If you want to hear more of Pete and Zeppelin, you're gonna have to follow him. We're not going to give away too much of him tonight. Oh no.
No, you should follow him anyway.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, this young man is destined for greatness, one way or another. Absolutely can see it.
He's already achieved it.
Well, and more so.
Mhm.
And more so. So, any last questions, Leo?
Yeah, don't we have a new contest going?
Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
said if I had a question, I had a question.
I meant for the
Now you're
guests.
just disregarding my question?
That didn't matter. It's not about the guests.
He can't hear.
It's been a long day.
Right? The funny thing is they don't know that you just unplugged your headphones, so
Yes,
they
I
can't hear
can't
anything.
hear anything.
Oh, no. And how long are you guys working tonight?
We're not 100% sure. As many takes
long-
as it takes.
Yeah.
He wants, I guess.
Yeah.
Say that 10 times fast.
And hopefully before midnight this time.
Yeah, hopefully it's before midnight. But this is our last location of filming this week. Then we get to go home for a week and a half or so or something. I don't know. I'm going on vacation next week. That's all I know. So
Good for you.
bye. See ya. Next week we will be separate next week.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be
I'll be in Myrtle Beach.
you're gonna be sitting on the beach?
I might.
Go live from the beach?
No.
You beach?
Can we cut his mic? Oh no, he's on my mic. See, we
Yeah.
can't even cut his mic tonight.
Right here.
Well, I want to remind everybody that Ben and Jeff, they are on location tonight at the Witch's Dungeon in Plainville, Connecticut, which opens this Friday. And we have information in the show notes if you want to go to preservehollywood.org or their Facebook page. And so this Friday, if you're a horror fan, and why not? It's October, starting tomorrow. It's a spooky time of year.
He was getting a little close. He was in my personal space. Get out of here.
Just wanted to put my ear.
Yeah, whatever. Leo.
Yes, sir.
We have a winner.
We do. And let me pull up the it's Miss Widow Black is the information I was given.
That is. Yep.
So Ben will be in touch with you, most likely via email, since that's what we have. And so make sure you check your spam folders. And
and we're spinning a new giveaway this week, and it's
Oh my gosh. Oh,
So we just had Sam on another show, Sam Sardino, and the artist is Mike Odom, and he has a series of awesome books. If you give a bunny a beer, if you give a bear a bong, if you give a kitty a cocktail, and there's one other
give a dog a doobie.
Which is coming out in the spring, I believe.
Yeah, that's coming out in the spring. You can pre-order it right now from Sam. I met Sam at a horror convention because he did Prince of Pieces, and he wanted me to buy it, and I said, "Yeah, only if you sign it." And he said, "Well, if I sign it, you're going to get in this picture with me with my tour cutout." And I said, "If I get in the picture of the tour cutout, then you're going to sign that tour poster. I'm going to take that too." He gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, we're friends. Let's go." But yeah, that series is called the Addicted Animal series, and you'll have to watch the show next week with Sam on our show.
Sam's on next week.
Yeah, Sam's on our show next week, and he'll tell you all about it. So that's our next giveaway. I believe the link is live.
The link is live, and if you check the chat right now, for those of you just watching, you can
full screen
because they like the way we look.
No, I think it's
like the
things
behind us.
Whoa. Is that supposed to represent us like in the near future or something? Because I'm not sure I'm liking this. I'm not sure I'm liking this live.
So for those of you watching the live stream right now, I put a link in the chat. So wherever you're watching, it should have went almost everywhere except Twitter for some reason. So the link for that giveaway, the Addicted Animals giveaway, and so you get the winner will get one of each book, which
autographed.
Actually, I have right here. Sam didn't autograph mine though, so I'm gonna.
What's done? Battery's done? Oh, yeah, it's done.
And also a Prince of Pieces comic.
Do you need a... Go ahead. Don't let us stop you.
No, we're good.
So
yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, so what's the problem?
No problem.
Oh, you didn't lose me. We lost Jeff. His battery died on his phone.
I can see everybody, but...
So he's just going to sit here and smile.
So no, I was saying there's also a Prince of Pieces comic as well, correct?
I just threw my phone away.
Okay.
He just hugged his phone. We need a phone sponsor.
Okay, so yeah, definitely check the chat, and you can enter now, and that link will show up later. I'm sure Ben will post that as well. And
yeah, probably at some point. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're doing fine. Take it. You got this. It's all your show tonight.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. And actually, it looks like Cortland might be trying to come back on. Maybe we can get him to say goodbye from the Witch's Dungeon. But Ben and Jeff are live right now. And we want to urge you, definitely check out the Witch's Dungeon. They have some awesome stuff. I've been there myself. It's amazing, amazing museum. If you love horror, you definitely have to go. And for me, just Google Leo Pond. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But more importantly, follow our guests. So Pete's Diary, there's a bunch of links in the chat. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and also their website, petesdiary.com. And preservehollywood.org for the Witch's Dungeon Classic Movie Museum, and also their Facebook. All the information is down below. And I'm going to add Cortland here. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hi there.
And we're about to close things up. Would you like to sign us off here, sir, and remind everybody that you are opening Friday?
We open Friday, barely. But we're still working out. When these guys get out of here, we're going to go back to work. That's what it is. No. But no, we're having a great time here, and it's I think people will love it, especially all ages. It is really a movie museum. It's not a haunted house. And as I say, we also eventually have displays of original movie props that were given to me by John Chambers, who did Planet of the Apes, Dick Smith, who did The Exorcist. So they're the real thing. So I think people will really enjoy it.
Yeah. The pieces you have are simply amazing, and I can't wait to go back there myself. It's absolutely love it. I love what you're doing.
And, thank you.
I definitely urge everybody to definitely check out the show notes for
Can you turn me around so we could see Bela? You ought to see Bela over here if we can do this. Can we? We can't? Oh.
Just turn the phone. Just turn the
How late have you been up? There we have Bela Lugosi. See? So, I mean, there's over 25 life-size figures, and each is in a scene based on the movie. And Bill Diamond has done most all the backgrounds. I've done some of the props besides all of the figures. So I think you'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for signing us off there, Cortland. And it's an absolute pleasure to see you again. And hopefully I can see you in person sometime soon. And
that'd be great. I'm much more frightening in person.
So Pete and Dede, now I know we talked about where people can follow you, but where do you like people following you and interacting with you the most?
This would be Instagram.
Probably Instagram and TikTok are probably where we get the most engagement. And Twitter, actually, we get a lot of people on Twitter that are fun. I don't Facebook. I get frustrated with because I don't know. I miss comments and things like I think you tagged us in a post when you got your shirt or whatever, and I didn't see it for a few days. I'm like, where's this been?
Twitter.
I get frustrated with Facebook, but we're on there and I do check it. I just don't always find it.
Right.
Yeah. Personally, I've missed so many messages on Facebook because I think it selects what you see and what you don't see. It's idiotic.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. I've tried to spend some time out there and then I just get.
Yeah, they want you to pay the advertisements.
Yeah, if you have a page, and people don't see our stuff that much when we post, so we just don't, get the engagement.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you so much for joining us. An absolute pleasure. We urge everybody to check out PetesDiary.com and also follow you on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Ben and Jeff.
You know how it is. So I just want to say, can you hear? Oh, can you hear now?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear too.
Hello,
so
hello.
you can Jeff can do his usual. I'm not a TikToker. I'm a Facebooker type of.
Find me on Facebook. I like to follow from behind.
I'm not touching that one either.
I wouldn't either. Unfortunately, in some of the film scenes, I have to run behind him, and it's just not fun.
Oh.
Don't ever Google me.
Yeah,
don't Google you.
No, you don't want to do that.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
While you recompose yourself, I forgot to mention that the show is also brought to you by the Dorkening Podcast Network. So head on over to thedorkening.com to find all the shows on the network. 30 shows on the network right now. Awesome podcasts going on. And there we go, Ben and Jeff.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And you don't have to worry about always going back to mention that because we make sure that we mention it because, without Leo, we would not even be where we are today. I can tell you that right now.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have to be here.
Well, that's true. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
I like it.
It wouldn't be the same without you, Jeff. You need the yin and yang of Ben and Jeff,
Right. We're like we're the modern day odd couple. I'm telling you.
Who's the odd?
You.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me test my memory. That was Harold and Maude, right? No. Harold and Maude. What was the odd couple?
The odd couple.
As Bill calls us, Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry. Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
You're killing me. Oh my God.
So now we have to get into costume. Oh wait, I'm in costume.
No, we
got to get made up.
We're getting painted up tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
We got about an hour and a half. I believe Bill said about an hour and a half makeup, and then filming. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming on tonight.
You're welcome.
True inspirational story. I didn't touch a lot about the whole story because I don't want everybody to just watch our video. I want you to go to their page, read the story, interact with them. I mean, book them. I'm telling you, motivationally, book them.
You need a guitarist for your band?
Virtually.
Hook this kid up.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Pete's available. Pete got to get paid.
Pete's got to get paid.
Dad said get a job.
Dad says get a job. He says I got one. Just play some Twisted Sister for him, Pete, when he yells at you about a job.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take it.
That's right.
But no, thank you so much for being here tonight. We want to give a huge shout out to the Witch's Dungeon for helping us out with location filming. Mr. Bill Diamond, who's hiding behind the wall back there, for everything he's been doing for us. Ashley, everybody at Scarecrow Hill for allowing us to steal Ashley. We love it.
Poke your head in, say hi.
And to our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for what you do so crazy people like us can do what we do every day. We'll love you. We'll love you. We'll love you. We love you. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Your book of lies will buy you a mild acceptance. My free mind will keep me from under your spell. And when we die, you'll be another angel in heaven, but me, I'll be a fucking legend in hell.